In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary's going to die.
You must be joking. I'm very sorry. But you're a doctor. It's your job to heal people. How can you just let her die? Stop! Leave her alone! Leave us both the hell alone!
How long does she have?
I'm afraid I'm not sure. 3 years at most. Perhaps 6 months. It's impossible to say with certainty.
James, give me back that knife.
No. I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
You're the same as me. It's easier just to run.
Mary?
James.
Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. You and me are the same. We're not like other people.
Besides, it's what we deserve.
No. I'm not like you.
Are you afraid?
I killed a human being.
James. You made me happy.
But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Now we can be together. Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
James couldn't even wait.
No, I killed her.
God, just saying that to a child.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
Well, it's more complicated than that, Laura. James can't even think of anything to say.
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
But why? Why would he do it? But is that Mary or Maria?
That voice!
That's what the radio was saying at the very beginning when he picked it up. And that's what he heard when someone was wheeling him to the hospital. I don't need the VCR anymore. There's nothing left to see here. Let's go. Oh God. Now the hotel is all rotting and wet. Everything's in purple. One last thing I want to show you. Mary's letter. There's nothing in the envelope. It's just a blank piece of paper. James brought himself here. Alright, well, we can't go anywhere here. I wonder what he'll say if you try to go back into this room. Oh, I thought he would say there's no reason to go back in there. Interesting. This music. So the map is a little different. Interesting. I really don't want to encounter anything here. It just sounds like I can hear things breathing. That's different. I don't remember that being there.
Mary's
Oh.
going to die? You must be
You must
joking.
be joking.
I'm very sorry.
But you're a doctor. It's your job to heal people. How can you just let her die?
Please, calm down. As her doctor, I promise I'll do what I can. But there's still no effective treatment for her condition.
How long does she have?
I'm afraid I'm not sure. 3 years at most. Perhaps 6 months. It's impossible to say with certainty.
I can't hear anything anymore. So Mary didn't have long to live. So James decided to smother her. You've heard about the practice of assisted suicide, in which patients can request either some type of injection or something so that they can pass away peacefully instead of suffering. More than one person has said to James, "You never cared about Mary, you never loved her." Oh, now we're up here. But maybe he did. Maybe he cared about her so much he didn't want her to suffer. But then again, Angela said, "You just want her out of the way. You probably found somebody else." James said, "I would never." God, now where are we? It's surreal that there's even a map in this area, honestly. I expected to be like nowhere from Silent Hill 1. I think all of these are just a random teleport, so I'm just gonna skip past all of them. Remember when I said in my intro that, oh, I thought that was something, that there's a lot of layers going on to character motivation? This is what I meant. It's not so black and white as, oh, James just killed Mary. He had a reason. Mary had her own reasons. But we'll find that out soon enough. Now the elevator works. But will we go up or down? God, this is so claustrophobic. Great, is the great knife gonna stick through there? Oh, jeez, it's flooded. Great, now what? Oh, shit, the water. This doesn't even look like water. It looks like metallic, like paint. I don't know. Got no use for that now. There has to be something else here. James is looking at it. Those are health drinks. They look like ketchup. The refrigerator won't open. Sounds like more chanting. More voices. Where did this come from? Almost sounds like old Pyramid Head's theme. But not really. Oh. Oh, what is that? Looks like a female body. Her skin has been flayed and stapled to the bed, nailed down. Maybe that's how Angela sees herself.
Mama! Mama, I was looking for you. Now you're the only one left.
Oh?
Maybe then I can rest.
What happened to her brother?
Mama, why are you running away?
Angela just sees what she wants to see.
You're not my mama. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me,
What did I do?
but I wish you hadn't.
Hmm.
Even Mama said it. I deserved.
Oh
what
my
happened.
god.
No, Angela. That's wrong.
Her mother was an instigator in the abuse. At least.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain?
Hmm. He steps away from her.
That's what I thought.
Angela, you need to save yourself.
James, give me back that knife.
No. I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No. I'd never kill myself.
Where are you going? Oh, wherever she's going, we can't follow her.
It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too.
Hmm.
For me, it's always like this.
Wow. It's one of my favorite scenes, actually. There she goes. And beautiful music. Well, she's gone. We'll never see her again. I don't plan on using this as a weapon. It's so sad. I have mixed feelings about this. I think it's wrong to kill no matter what. But Angela was being horribly abused and was just defending herself. Was there another way for me to go there? Well, it's unclear whether in that moment she was defending herself or not. Whoa, that was trippy. It skipped that room. It just goes straight to the stairs. Wow. But I think what the game is trying to say is that she had options other than just murdering her father. She could have told her mother, well, I guess her mother was aware. She could have gone to the police. She could have called Child Protective Services on herself. She could have just run away. She could have taken her younger brother and run away. I don't know. She could have, this sounds disgusting, but she could have made a case for herself. She could have gathered evidence, maybe set up a camera or something in her room, and then actually gone to the police about it. But I just think it's a little wrong to punish her to this extent for that. I think that, well, even James' motivations are a little murky. Oh, geez, here we go. The last save square. I think even James knows what's waiting for him now. Alright, let's go through the doors. Maria.
Leave her alone! Leave us both the hell alone!
That didn't sound like James' same voice actor. Ugh. That's James's punishment, to see Maria, who's Mary's face on a stripper's body, a stripper he would go to see while he was frustrated at her being sick,
I was weak.
being killed over and over again.
That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins.
But who is he talking about?
That's all over now.
Pyramid Head or Maria?
I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
2 Pyramid Heads. I always thought that was a little strange. It seems like there's only one definitive Pyramid Head. They're pretty quick, actually. You really can't get too far away from them. If the fuck, I didn't mean to run right into him. The camera angle will change, I'll show you why. They actually, their speed increases when they're far away from you. It's like they phase towards you. Fuck! Seriously? So yeah, I guess it's thematically appropriate because you can't outrun them. You just have to face them. So this might get a little dicey. Yes, I got them both lined up. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go backwards. Every once in a while, the controls fuck with me. Fuck. See, like I meant to go backwards there too, but I actually don't remember if this is a timed fight or not. I don't remember. For some reason I want to say that was just timed, just like the first encounter, but I'm really not sure, actually. I'm just gonna shoot the shit out of them anyway. Oh, my heart's beating. Uh-oh. I miss in Silent Hill 3 when your weapons and items are separate. Oh look, that mark on the floor, it's the mark of Samael. Oh no, it's the seal of Metatron, that's what it is. Yeah, Dahlia tells you it's the mark of Samael, but it's fucking not. Oh, my controller's rumbling, I'm really hurting. Oh, there they go. It's done. It's over. They impaled themselves. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. Looks like he's holding something. A scarlet egg. I like to think that that's just James's little nickname for him. So I think his name in that painting was the Punisher, or the Judgment, I think is what it was. It was the Judgment. Yeah, it wasn't the Punisher. About the size of a quail's egg. I don't know what these eggs are supposed to symbolize. I'd actually like to know. I'll look it up after I'm done, and if I find anything, I'll put it up here. I don't know if there's something in mythology that it's referencing. Yeah, you can put the eggs in whichever door you want. It actually doesn't matter. For once. I think because it's the end of the game, they're like, I only have 9 rifle shells left. I should have been using my shotgun, actually, to hit both of them. Oh, I'm back in the hotel. Kind of. Oh, it looks like it has a face. Oh, I hate that. There's only one way, James. You know which way you have to go. Everything's so gray.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs. Look like a monster.
The drugs were also destroying her.
What are you looking at?
Her face and her skin.
Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. No use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today. Maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive.
Interesting.
Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back.
Fine, I won't.
James. Wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
Help me. So Mary's illness was extremely stressful for the both of them. She didn't want to be seen by James, but she also didn't want to be alone. James couldn't stand to see her like that. He knew she was suffering, but he was also frustrated because his wife was in the hospital. Whether or not she was going to die, she was still away from home, so he would drink and go to the strip clubs. And he was just tired of dealing with her. He was tired of paying for it. He was tired of everything. So when Angela and Eddie said, "You're the same as me, James," that's what they meant. Well, you can't go down. The only way to go is up. James was jumping through holes and going down elevators for so long. Now that he's finally acknowledged what he's done, now he gets a chance to go up. Sorry, the movement on the stairs is a little strange. It feels really sluggish. What is this? Oh, there's a bed there. Oh, well, there goes that. There's no way out now. It's Mary.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad.
Actually, during this part, my
That's
sister's
what you
boyfriend was
wanted.
like, "You're yelling at me and making me feel bad."
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
Just like Pyramid Head, he doesn't need you anymore.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Oh god. Oh jeez. She has a giant black tail, just like Pyramid Head's tongue. Oh, where is she? Oh, and the moths. She's attached to the bed, just like all the other bosses. Most of them, anyway. Oh, I was going to say, most of everyone's frustrations in this game are sexual, and I thought I recalled, or I saw footage of, I thought in the original script for Eddie's fight, he says something like, "They call you a fucking faggot," or whatever, but I didn't notice him saying it. Okay, only 5 left, and now I'm gonna have to shotgun it. Oh no, she got me. But yeah, it was a great theme of being tied to a bed or attached to a bed. Mary was bedridden because of her illness. Angela was probably forced down onto a bed by her father. And even Eddie probably led a pretty sedentary lifestyle. And James was just sexually frustrated with his sick wife and just obsessing over it, not getting laid. Of course, who knows how much that was really going on in their marriage before then. It's hard to say. Maybe it wasn't. And that created tension right off the bat. Alright, last shot, and then I'm going to shotgun it. I was hoping that would actually finish her off. Alright, trusty shotgun, it's just you and me. Ooh, all the blood. Oh, but I was saying earlier, that's what I don't like about the Born from a Wish scenario that was added in the director's cut, because it gives Maria a character when she really isn't supposed to be. She's just another coping mechanism for James. He's a way to have Mary still alive, but sexy, sassy, like mysterious. But even his own mind is punishing him for wanting that from Mary by showing her dying over and over. Maria is just as much of a figment. James. She's saying my name. She's dressed like a nun, showing how conservative Mary was, how frustrating it was for James. Maria is just as much of a figment of James' mind, colliding with Silent Hill as anything else. Mary.
Mary?
James.
That's what she looked like while she was sick.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James.
Oh.
I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer.
Man. That would be so hard of a decision to make.
No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
It wasn't her fault that she got sick.
Mary?
James.
Remember that scene from the opening where James is carrying someone? Do you remember at the very, very start when I was running around James's car and I said, "Oh, is there anything in the trunk?" "Oh, I guess not." It was Mary. He drove to Silent Hill with her body still in the trunk.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of?
Without you, Mary, I've got nothing.
Now we can be together.
And he drove his car into the lake and drowned.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did.
And this is Mary's real letter to James.
Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't.
Is she's talking about the fight they
I
have?
feel so pathetic and ugly laying here.
The fight they had where she told him to leave,
waiting for you.
never come back.
Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is.
'Cause I don't think she did anything that would make her sick. Anything
The
reckless.
doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that
And that's why she was home
this
with James.
may be my last chance.
And that's when he smothered her.
I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you.
You know, it's interesting. Mary and Maria have the same voice actor, but she reads her lines much better
I
as
don't
Mary
know
than
if
she
you
does as
hate
Maria.
me or pity me. Or maybe I just disgust you.
It's not your fault, girl. You're fucking sick.
I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead.
I don't know if the nurse actually gave it to him or if Mary gave it to him herself when she came home.
Remember me. But I can't bear for you to forget me.
Oh, see,
These last few years since I became ill.
she was actually sick for years.
I'm so sorry for what I did to you.
So she was angry and lashing out and not having
Did
sex with
to
him for
us.
years before she was finally
You've given me
hospitalized.
so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now.
Wow.
Do what's best for you, James.
Well, the normal ending of Silent Hill 2 is for James to walk out with Laura, and it's implied that he adopts her, but I don't think James deserves that.
James, you made me happy.
It's not like he and Mary agreed that he would smother her with the pillow. He just decided to do it.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer.
No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die.
The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James, please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life. In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. James, you made me happy.
I think Laura deserves a better parent than someone who murdered his own wife, partly out of compassion, but mostly for selfish reasons. Without the mother figure that she clearly wanted. So that's why I went for the in-water ending. If you want that ending, you should examine Angela's knife often. Don't heal yourself when you're in the red right away. And especially, go back to Neely's bar and read the message written there, saying, James, if you want to see Mary so bad, maybe you should just die. Although I think you're going to a different place than Mary. And also listening to those headphones in the hotel. But you see what I mean? This game is very complicated. Mary and James, they each wanted her to die, but they also each wanted her to live. It just wasn't possible. She wasn't ever going to get better. So it's a hard situation to be in. But I like what Dina said. Her channel is called Cybercat, and she's a huge Silent Hill fan. And she does in-depth analysis of all the games on her little show called The Game Den. And what she says about Silent Hill 2 is it speaks a lot to the writers that they can make you not only sympathize with the murderer, but empathize with him. You can understand wanting to put your loved one out of their misery if they're just slowly dying and suffering. And as scummy as it is, you can understand the frustration of having a loved one, especially if you don't have children. Not very, if any, friends, like it appeared that James had. Your partner has been hospitalized for years and is just angry and bitter every time you try to go visit them and doesn't even want to see you. And they're just so disgusted with themselves, and the only thing you can do to ease the pain is to drink and go to strip clubs. It's very sad. Personally, I don't think James deserves to just walk away from all that. Although I'm not opposed to the leave ending, is what it's called, where you do leave with Laura. He comes to terms with what he did. And he acknowledges the selfishness in it. He acknowledges that it was mostly for him, even though he was trying to help Mary to not suffer. So, I don't know. I don't think that excuses what he did. You could argue, well, why is killing her so bad? She was going to die anyway, and he just eased her suffering. But like I said, it's not something that they're ever shown to agree upon beforehand. He just impulsively smothers her with a pillow. And that's not a very pleasant way to go either, suffocating to death. It's probably why James chooses to drive into the lake. But this is the ending I prefer. In water. Yeah, there's 4 different endings. Beat enemies by fighting. That's weird. Like melee, I shot a lot more. Well, I got 10 stars. Or 4 and 6? I'm not sure. Interesting. Not even sure like what most of these mean, but I finally have a completed save file on my emulator. So now I can actually show you. I can show you the beginning. Let's do that, shall we? I'll go ahead and show you the opening cutscene complete. And if you want, you can do a New Game Plus, which lets you get 2 secret endings. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think there's a bad ending to this game. Like in Silent Hill 1, where it turns out that Harry just killed himself in the car accident at the very beginning and it was all just a dying dream. Not to spoil anything, but that ending is very inspired by Jacob's Ladder. But no, I don't think in this game. I think your default ending, if you don't do anything, is to leave with Laura. Which seems a little... not unfair, but like I said, I don't know if James really deserves that. I don't think that should be your default ending. I think you should have to really earn that ending, the good ending, I think. But the in-water ending isn't a bad ending. You have to really work towards it if you want that in-water ending. In fact, when I played this with my sister and her boyfriend at the time, I tried to get the in-water ending, just memorizing what I was supposed to do, but without looking it up, but I missed a few things, and they got the leave ending instead. I was really annoyed by that.
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
Oh god, is that supposed to be Maria's body outside the elevator after she gets killed by Pyramid Head? Oh, so you see what I meant now when I said that the nurses being sexy was on purpose, because it's all part of James, his sexual frustration and him going to strip clubs and God knows what else.
Are you taping again?
Here we go.
Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here.
It looks more like the prison.
So peaceful.
The prison of his own mind.
You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James. I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life.
You see, I was not exaggerating when I was reading the voice acting.
He had it coming too. Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they look.
Apparently James voice actor Guy Kihi, he also did the motion capture for James, so he really became the character.
Oh, it's you. Just put the gun to their head.
It's unclear what Angela's fate was, although I think that she did end up committing suicide because she asked for the knife back.
You want me to be?
And ascending into flames was either metaphorical or literal. I hope it wasn't literal. That's a gnarly way to go. Well, they're all gnarly in their own ways.
So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
We've got to find her.
And Dina actually brought up a very interesting point that I hadn't thought about in her Silent Hill 2 game den, is that Maria really busts James' balls a lot. In her own way, she's kind of like a Pyramid Head. She kind of represents Mary's like aggressive, like anger in her sickness.
Doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
And punishing him and emasculating him.
She was created by James's subconscious. He wanted Mary back, but he felt that he needed to be punished, so this new version of Mary looks and sounds like her, but she's mocking.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help?
Demanding.
I'll wait here. I hate bowling.
I didn't come here to play, you know.
Hurry back, okay?
And at times downright cruel.
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Just look at how she tears into him in this scene.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me?
And how he just takes it rather than standing up for himself.
And that's why James' manifestation of sexual frustration, Maria, was telling him, I can't do anything through these bars. Come and get me. He said, okay. I love this game. It's been wonderful playing it again. It's hard to describe really just how good it feels to finally finish this game and just to go back to it. I really appreciate it so much because the game is off the rails at times, but it's really grounded in reality. The areas are real places. The final dungeon in this game is a hotel. And the craziest it gets is just being like flooded and dripping with water. It's not like a fucking Final Fantasy game where the last dungeon is something crazy, or it's this ridiculously huge tower floating in the sky with like all these like random teleporters and like trick doors and like crazy monsters and all this other shit. That's what I really appreciate about the hotel is there's actually barely any enemies. Oh, here we go.
Maria?
Want to say thank you to the 20 or so people who actually watch my shit. Hopefully, by the time this video gets discovered, like, that'll seem crazy. Like, wow, 20? Like, hopefully this video will get thousands and thousands of views, but anyway, if you're one of the few people who follow me and watch my shit at this point, where my videos average about 15 to 30, then I appreciate it very much, and I hope that my commentary and I hope the experience has been enjoyable for you. Silent Hill 2 it's a complicated game to enjoy. It's almost like you just enjoy how scared it makes you and how shitty it makes you feel, but there's one of my favorites. You've seen my little chart. This is my third favorite game of all time. Even though it scares me, even though I don't feel like playing it most of the time. And I start a new game very, very rarely. It's only once every couple of years. The last time I played through all the way was at least 3 years ago. And I haven't played this file in months and months. But this is still one of my favorites. Like I said, I just love the areas that they're apartment buildings and hotels and the realism of that, and then just even the realism of how shitty they become, like the rust and the newspapers scattered everywhere and just like the old oxidized bloodstains that are brown and dingy and disgusting, and the broken glass and the amazing sound design. Not enough can be said about Akira Yamaoka. You saw in the credits he composed the music and performed it, and also did the sound design, all of the crazy like and all the weird background noises and everything. This game is just wonderful. I just absolutely adore it. So thank you very much for joining me. Maybe if I feel like it, I'll film a live outro, because this will be the first game that I've completed on my brand new Let's Play channel. I get very fickle and I feel like playing different games. And it's also discouraging when only like 12 people watch my shit. It makes me want to switch to something new. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. And I'll see you soon for Silent Hill 3. Maybe sooner than you think. Silent Hill 3 is a gnarly one if you've never played it. It's a direct sequel to Silent Hill 1, so I'll be inserting clips and things for context.
I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Alright everyone, well thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me, friends, on this wonderful journey through one of my favorite games. We finally made it.
James, you made me happy.
No other game can make me feel as bad and yet feel so good.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing.
That's the thing about Silent Hill 2. It's just so depressing. It makes you feel like shit. But that's what I love about it. It can actually move me.
When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James.
After going through hell and back to find out what really happened to his wife, after learning the truth, that he fucking murdered her, James got what he deserved in the end, at least in my opinion. That's the complicated thing about Silent Hill 2.
I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous. That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
Because for all intents and purposes, James is a pretty nice and helpful guy. He tries to look after Laura, he tries to help Angela, although nobody can help her by that point. He even tries to help Eddie and talk him down. But I don't know, I didn't mention this in my playthrough, but there's something very sexist and misogynistic about James's frustration with Mary. Like, I get that you weren't getting laid, dude, but it's because your wife was fucking dying. Like, what a dick. Like, if that was really such an issue, you should have talked to her about it and say, hey, you know, can I see other people? I don't know. Like, yeah, it would have broken her heart, but it's better than fucking doing whatever you want and then killing her in the end. I don't know.
I know about you. You didn't want her around anymore. You probably found someone else.
That's ridiculous. I never...
Me? No. I'd never kill myself.
Liar!
The game that can make me feel bad about punishing the sexist protagonist who knowingly killed his own wife. That says a lot about the writing, and I think that Guy C's voice acting really helped James a lot. Even though I make fun of the voice acting for being cheesy, I think that he does do a lot to really make James feel like a real person.
I think the part that cinched it for me was they said, okay, now, okay, do this, okay, mime this, okay, do this. All right, now sit down on the sofa and react to the news that your wife is dead. And there were some lines similar to the bedside scene in the final game. Mm-hmm. And I started weeping as I was reading the lines, and I was visibly shaking. And I think they understood that I could tap into that level of sadness and remorse at will. Knowing now what I do about Moody Shinju and other Japanese cultural elements, which I didn't know at the time. I hadn't pieced all these things together until years afterwards. I believe the In Water ending is the most beautiful ending, if you follow me. It's the richest one because it addresses all of these cultural atonement and there is no answer. I mean, James he's damaged goods, and we he chooses to end his life to atone for that in the in-water ending. That's beautiful. On the other hand, it leaves Laura uncared for.
And the same goes for Mary. She's a little hammy as Maria just because the lines she has to say are over the top, but I think she does a really great job of making you feel sad, making you feel really bad for her, that she's so vulnerable and so broken and hopeless.
Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
I do plan on doing a scripted analysis of Silent Hill 2. I'm not very good at improvising. I'm a writer, so this has been a challenge for me, but a fun one. I wanted to do my Let's Plays completely unscripted just because I want to have my honest reaction to the situation. Same with my intro and outro. But I would like to have a video where my thoughts are gathered more concisely, let's say, and I'm a bit more eloquent in my analysis. So if you've been with me since the very beginning, that weird test video where the audio wasn't even separated, my voiceover wasn't even separate from my gameplay audio, so I couldn't edit what I was saying whatsoever, and the volume was all shitty and crackly because of that. Thank you very, very much for sticking around long enough to see the final episode. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that I stuck it out too. I've learned a lot since I started. I've learned more about my editing software, I've learned more about just the recording process, and with that being said, I have a special surprise. Like I said in the last video, Silent Hill 3 Let's Play will be coming out a little sooner than you think, and I might look a lot different than recently. I had so much fun playing. I love revisiting this game again, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if the in-water ending bummed you out, just like it bummed me out, well, good. It's fucking supposed to.
But he loves her, too. He desperately loves her. And without her, his life is going to have no purpose. And there is no answer. I mean, James he's damaged goods, and he chooses to end his life to atone for that. But in terms of sheer cinematic or game beauty, the in-water ending is unsurpassed.
Not everything in life can have a happy ending, especially if you do something so heinous. Anyway, I love this game from the very bottom of my heart, and I'm just so glad that I got to share it with so many people in my life. Kind of have a habit of trying to force other people, friends and family, to watch this game with me. Watch me play, rather, just because the fucking controls are so frustrating if you're not used to them. Fuck. He was like locked in his locking animation while he was reloading.
You complete me.
I love this game. I hope I was able to give it proper tribute, and I hope I inspired a few people who may have never checked this out to go ahead and give it a look, although I've practically spoiled everything. So I'm just happy that I actually finished it. I just like to bounce around from game to game, especially if a particular Let's Play isn't getting very many views and it was a lot of work. I want to just go to whatever I want to do at that time, you know. Anyway, I'm excited to start Silent Hill 3. Even though the gameplay is fundamentally the same, the tone of the game is very different. It's a lot more gnarly, it's a lot more straight horror, and a lot less like character driven and less emotional. It's just balls to the wall, crazy. And He's such a smartass. I'm so glad there's not an option for an in-water ending for her. Well, there kind of is, but you really have to work hard on it. You'll never accidentally fuck her over. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. That'll be next. I appreciate every single one of you who watched my videos, every single one of you that liked or shared or subscribed. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Alright, I'll see you next time.